What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am the Mitten, and I'm going to hit you with another video. I thought it would be appropriate to talk about Rainbow Six Siege because it's really been on my mind. It's something that I'm excited about as well. My previous video was about World War III. I'm happy to see that I pretty much instantly got 3 views from that, which is good. I hope to grow in views on that video because the more people ultimately that decide to play that game will be good because it'll be a fun experience. And by all means, I don't think it's going to be a Battlefield or Call of Duty killer, but I think it will be a good a competitor to those 2 big AAA franchises or series or whatever of games. But now to actually talk about Rainbow Six Siege and the 2 new operators. I felt like I butchered the word operator there. But with this new operation and this 2 new operators, one on defense and one on offense, you got Clash and Maverick. Just off of my first impressions, I definitely like Maverick, and I'm kind of 50-50 with Clash. And I know some people might kind of hate me for that because Clash is something interesting and new to the defenders, because she's got a shield and she was like some kind of like British police officer. I'm not going to go through the whole background story because I really don't care too much about that. I'm more so, let's see what the gadget is, let's see what the weapons are, and see if that operator, if they have any useful tricks up their sleeve that you can utilize. So I'm going to start off by saying, I know I didn't cover too much of Operation Parabellum with Maestro and the other operator, but this one I wanted to cover because it really got my attention, especially with Maverick. But I will finish off by talking about Clash. Clash has a shield. It's kind of like a taser shield, and her tasers kind of go to a certain length, and they stun and damage ever so slightly enemies. She really slows them down. She can block a certain pass, but unfortunately, she comes with a pistol and some kind of SMG machine pistol type of thing. So she doesn't have really too much of good weapons. She is good for, if 2 people are covering a certain kind of doorway with 2 different angles, and she's got one other doorway covered, and there's only 2 doorways to get to the objective. It makes the attackers, it makes it that much harder for attackers, especially if they were not to utilize Maverick, for them to get in, even if they have a thermite or a Hibana or any other operator that can breach through walls or whatever, or if they didn't reinforce anything or forgot to reinforce something. She can be utilized to kind of either block a path, or she can go out outside and out through the boundaries or whatever right in the very start of the game, and kind of really work on slowing down the defensive team based on time, because they do have a time limit to get to the objective, so she can really put the hurt on the enemy team. Just she can fail and be taken out, but the fact that she shaved off 1 minute out of the timer, that makes it that much more difficult for the attacking team to push towards the objective, because then they now have less time. And I think that's where she's going to shine the most, probably in beginning of games, or blocking very crucial pass to get to. She could just deploy her shield, and even if her tasers are phased out, because she has she can use it for a time, and then she has to recharge it, or has to be recharged, but she can still block the path. So, and then I think she can take a decent amount of damage, kind of like Monty's shield or whatnot. So, pretty decent operator, but not really my cup of tea, because her weapons are not, at least in my personal opinion, something that I like based on my play style. So it's not, I don't have a bias towards that operator. I just feel like based on my play style, she's not going to be fully utilized by me, because I have a different play style than that. Now, when it comes to Maverick, this is the operator that I'm very excited about. He has 2 cool weapons. One is kind of like a semi-auto DMR style of a rifle. Does serious amounts of damage per shot. Only 10 rounds in a magazine, but only what would it take? 1 or 2 round? Well, probably 1 round to bring a defending operator to their knees, and then another pop to take them out, basically. So very useful weapon there. And also he comes with an M4, which is kind of like your modest mid-grade kind of like okay rifle. Most people will probably be using that just because it's fully automatic. You don't have to take there's less risks if you spray and pray sometimes, depending on how you go about your strategy. Sometimes you might have to just randomly spray your bullets, but if you have a DMR, that's going to be hard to do, especially if they have a fully automatic weapon, the defenders, right? So, Mavericks Gadget, this is the thing that I'm most excited about. I am fucking so pumped, so excited for this. Mavericks Gadget basically, it has a limit. You can't, you have like a fuel limit, but you can take and either make small incisions in holes, regardless if they're reinforced or not, and you can peek through little tiny holes to either take out, just traps or bandits gadgets or Jaeger, gadgets or whatever. Just be a team player, take out mute jammers or stuff like that, or you can actually pick off players and is relatively stealthy. You can go from top and bottom. You can preferably from the top, and you can be very stealthy and kind of catch players off guard. You can really, if you really want to, you can carve out a entire hole and crawl through it, but you're probably going to use all the fuel available. So I probably would say wouldn't recommend that. I feel that his Mavericks tool can also be used and utilized to be a troll. You can definitely do some interesting artwork to piss off the other team, like even write FU, so you're not using all your fuel, but they can see that, and then they'll be like, oh, well, this guy's funny, and then you can write it so it actually appears clearly FU, and then you just do it the other way around on your side so they actually see the letter F and U. So it would be kind of like, I guess, a nice little kind of interesting thing to, especially for people that want to troll a little bit. Obviously, you can burn people with your torch. It doesn't do that much damage, but that's another way you can, troll a defender that's on cameras or whatnot. It'd be kind of quite funny. I'm pretty sure somebody will upload some really funny videos of that, and hopefully I can make a couple troll videos with Maverick. I'm very excited for this operation. I'm very excited for Maverick primarily. Clash, cool, yeah. I'll cover, I'll cover that operator by making a dedicated video just for that operator. Probably like a nice short and sweet and to the point type of video. But I will extensively cover Maverick because I'm mostly excited for him. He's going to completely change and alter how this game is played, especially because his tool is relatively stealthy. And you can really surprise the defending team. You never know where Maverick can make a hole and peep and take you the fuck out, and you wouldn't even know. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Just some random gameplay in the background. It's primarily for commentary, just information, my opinions, and all that. And obviously, just to briefly talk about the new Hereford base map. Or the altered or changed Hereford fucking base or whatever. That map, I fucking love that map. That was like one of my favorite maps out of Rainbow Six Siege. I enjoyed that for terrorist hunt. I enjoyed that in general for casual and ranked. I've always had fun on that map, and I'm grateful to the development team that they decided to rework that map and kind of surprise us with some interesting new changes that came to that map. So I'm really also looking forward to that. But anywho, I'm the Mint. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely hit that like button. I strongly encourage people to leave me a comment if they want to. Obviously, regardless if it's negative or positive, it's all feedback, and I greatly appreciate all of it. And if you want to go as far as subscribing and hitting that bell, I would also appreciate that. Hitting the bell will notify you that I have uploaded, or every time I do upload. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. Enjoy your day and peace, and maybe I will upload another video way later on today. Peace. Or tomorrow, depending on how everything goes. But that's all I gotta say. Peace.